Good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. Today's date is Friday, August 18, 2023. As of now, Chris Jones has no deal and he is still holding out. If he returns, we'll have a podcast for then. If he continues to hold out, I believe he has to be back by the 8th game, according to the rules. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Cardinals will play tomorrow in the place where they won the Super Bowl last in Arizona in February of 2023. In the preseason game, the second preseason game, Reed and the Chiefs said he expects Patrick to play the first half, although I don't believe him. He only usually leaves Patrick in for the first part, and then maybe some of the other starters will play to the end of the first half. The Chiefs need a better drive, and if they don't have Chris Jones back by the game time, they'll need a better pass rush and a better show so they win. In 2018, they were an offsides of play away from the Super Bowl. The Bears will play the Colts, who named the rookie starting quarterback Anthony Richardson. They named him the starter. That means that the Colts aren't hoping for much of a season. They're hoping to see what his raw talent can bring. He's got to put it together to be a good NFL quarterback now. Sam Howell from the Washington football team has denounced the starter. For the Eagles and Browns, the Eagles had some season-ending injuries. Ty Cleveland and Miro Ojomo were carted off the field last night. That game ended in a tie at 16-16. Both are defensive ends. Now we're going on to the top 25 in college football. The rankings for the top 25. For number 1, it's Georgia. Number 2, it's Michigan. Number 3, it's Ohio State. Number 4 is Alabama. Number 5 is LSU. Number 6 is USC. Number 7 is Penn State. Number 8 is Florida State. Number 9 is Clemson. Number 10 is Washington. Number 11 is Texas. Number 12 is Tennessee. Number 13 is Notre Dame. Number 14 is Utah. Number 16 is Kansas State. Number 17 is TCU. Number 18 is Oregon State. Number 19 is Wisconsin. Number 20 is Oklahoma. Number 21 is North Carolina. Number 22 is Ole Miss. Number 23 is Texas A&M. Number 24 is Tulane. Number 25 is Iowa. Now we go back through the AP coaches polls. Number 1 is Georgia. Number 2 is Michigan. Number 3 is Alabama. Number 4 is Ohio State. Number 5 is LSU. Number 6 is USC. Number 7 is Penn State. Number 8 is Florida State. Number 9 is Clemson. Number 10 is Tennessee. Number 11 is Washington. Number 12 is Texas. Number 13 is Notre Dame. Number 14 is Utah. Number 15 is Oregon. Number 16 is TCU. And number 17 is Kansas State. Number 18 is Oregon State. Number 19 is Oklahoma. Number 20 is North Carolina. Number 21 is Wisconsin. Number 22 is Ole Miss. Number 23 is Tulane. Number 24 is Texas Tech. Number 25 is Texas A&M. We will do a Big 12 prediction. Also, Madden 24 is coming out. Chief Superfan, robbery of bank again. He is unarrested. Here's a picture of him. We're also going to talk about an inspiring story to keep with the story of Blindside. Here is, though, an unfortunate story about Michael Orr and the Toohey family.
Bring back a lot of good memories.
Michael Orr. First, he was a homeless kid who experienced poverty.
The goal was to feed him.
But later, Orr became an American football star whose life story inspired the best-selling book and film, The Blind Side, earning a Best Picture nomination in 2009 and the Academy Award for Sandra Bullock as Best Actress. But now Orr's life story has taken a different turn. In a Tennessee court, the former football player has filed a petition to end Sean and Leanne Tuohy's conservatorship over him.
He became part of our lives.
Right after he turned 18, Orr moved in with the Tuohys. In the lawsuit, Orr claims the Tuohys told him they were going to adopt him, but instead filed a conservatorship which kept millions of dollars from him. The former NFL player is asking the Tuohys, quote, show cause for failure to meet their required duties to provide regular accountings or to act in his best interest. According to the court petition, Orr claims they gave him legal papers he thought were necessary for the adoption. What he signed, however, and unknown to Orr until after February 2023, were not adoption papers. Instead, the petition says the papers appointed Sean and Leanne Tuohy as his conservators with, quote, total control over Michael Orr's ability to negotiate for or enter any contract, despite the fact he was over 18 years of age and had no diagnosed physical or psychological disabilities. Orr claims the Tuohys falsely advised him that the adoption would have to be called a conservatorship since he was over 18. But according to the petition in 2006, the Tuohys, representing themselves as the adoptive parents, negotiated contracts for the movie The Blind Side.
Okay, big smile, Tuohy family.
The movie has reportedly grossed more than $330 million. The petition also states that another contract from April 2007 gave away Orr's name, likeness, voice to the movie studio, quote, without any payment whatsoever. Orr claims he, quote, at no time ever willingly or knowingly signed such a document. The petition is asking the Tuohys to provide a sworn accounting of the money belonging to Orr that he says should have been paid to him. But Sean Tuohy told a Tennessee newspaper that his family is devastated. It's upsetting to think we would make money off any of our children, but we're going to love Michael at 37, just like we loved him at...
Now we keep it to Blindside with an inspiring story. First, Blindside, and then my story. How is Blindside inspiring? He has no money, he hits rock bottom, and just looking for a place to stay, and the Tuohys come through. He saves their son's life. He comes to a football field and plays for the first time in high school, and Miss Tuohy shows him how to knock it down and pretend to hit the airbag like he saved their son. He has a very successful college career and NFL career. Now the Tuohys probably not very good people after he heard the story. You wish this wasn't a problem. However, how my inspiring story school was difficult for me, but I got a degree at a 3.7 at Johnny Logan. I kept trying no matter what, whether it's school or work. I am always trying to be a good teammate.
Why is an origin story. It's why we get out of bed in the morning, and it's why people care. It's this deep-seated purpose, cause, or belief. It's a spark inside of us. And it's present all the time. It's different than motivation. Inspiration is different than motivation. Motivation can be externally driven. It can be temporary. You can be motivated for fear of punishment. If you're going to get punished, you can be motivated. And if you're going to get rewarded, you can be motivated. But it doesn't last. That feeling goes away, and you have to keep repeating it. Inspiration is this little thing that burns inside of us, sometimes brighter, sometimes dimmer, but it's always there. And it's where we go to for that internal strength. And it's fueled by our idealism, and it's fueled by the love of our friends and our colleagues and our coworkers and our family. That's what keeps that spirit alive. And I make a point to distinguish the difference between positivity and optimism. It's important for us to be optimistic now. And to me, positivity is like looking at the world and saying everything's good. But the world is difficult right now.
Oh, yeah.
But optimism is about being in a dark tunnel and seeing the light. And you're not focused on the tunnel, you're focused on the light. Optimism is not the denial of the current state. It's the belief that if we keep moving, we will hit the light. I don't know how far away that light is. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get there. But I know 100% that if we keep moving towards it, we will hit it. And that's optimism. Optimism allows for darkness to exist. Optimism allows for reality to be there. Optimism allows for us to have good days and bad days. Optimism allows us to have setbacks. If you say be positive, that disallows a setback. That disallows you to wake up in the morning and feel that you don't want to do the day. You know, optimism says, so take a break today. Do it tomorrow. You know, optimism allows for reality, and I think that's really important. That I'm not sure it's important for us to be positive right now, but it is definitely important for us to be optimistic.
We'll look at this next week again. The Philadelphia 76ers and James Harden said the relationship is beyond repair. Now on to baseball.